I want us to create a list view and display some data on it. So let's start by adding in the list view here. I will change this to linear layout. We have done this in the past. Linear layout is just one of the containers that we can use to display data. I will again do away with this text view. We don't need it. Instead of the text view, I will use list view here. List view, the width can match parent, the height can wrap content, and I'm going to give it an ID property so that we can use it in the Java code. So ID, can write M-Pesa menus, M-Pesa menus. Okay, then I'll go to the Java code. First, we declare variable of type list view, my menus, any other name that you can use. Since this is Java, we can conform to the convention by making sure that this is capital. Okay. After that, we need to link my menus with what we have declared, the list view that we've declared in the Java code. So R ID dot M-Pesa menus so that the two are connected. Now, we need to declare something known as an adapter. But before that, we can even come at this point and create the array of the menus that we want to display. So, all right, this is an array of menus, so string array, and then we initialize this here. Can start with deposit, comma, withdraw, comma, check balance. The last one, you can keep going. Last one is exit. Assume these are the menus that we want to have in our, sorry, we need to provide the variable name here. Just call this menus. Okay. So now we have the list view and we have the array of menus here. Let's use something known as an array adapter. Array adapter. We use the array adapter to pass the data to the list view. We cannot pass the data without an adapter. This adapter receives data that is of type string, that is the data type. This should match the data type that we are using here. Is equals to, I'll just call this menu adapter is equals to new array adapter, and right here we need to initialize the adapter. First, it receives context, and we can just use this keyword to pass the context. Then it receives the layout of where that data will be displayed. You can use android dot r, the resources dot layout dot simple list view item. We can use this one, simple list view item, and then we pass this list, this array of menus. We will pass it here as the last argument. So what did I call it? Menus. Then we will use a semicolon. We are done with that. So now we have our array adapter, which has the, sorry, I wrote adapter. To write adapter. We have the array adapter which has the data, and the layout of how the data will appear. We are using an inbuilt Android layout. So now the next thing is to pass this adapter to the list view. The name of our list view is my menus. So dot, we look for a method called set adapter, and then we pass this adapter that we've just prepared, menu adapter. Those simple steps, our list is already set to display the data. So we'll run this, see whether we will be able to see the data. Then we will proceed and see how we can make each of these clickable, each of these items in the list. So a minute as this compiles. We don't need to do any of this. Okay, good. It's installing. And there we go. We have our list with the data here. Look at that. So again, let me repeat this. We have the layout, we put in the list view. We make sure there is an ID to it, because that ID we will need to link this variable that we've just declared, known as of type list view. We will need to link it with what we have in the XML. After that, we prepare the array adapter, takes in the layout, this layout, and the data, which is what we have here, and then the context, which we can just use the keyword this to specify. Then we pass the adapter to the list, and then you'll be able to see this data. Let's make these items clickable. You notice now when you click, nothing happens. So let's see how we can make this clickable. So I'll go back to the list, my menus dot. You remember when we were dealing with buttons, we were setting a click listener. So now we cannot set click listener here. We have to set item click listener, because unlike a button, which is just one thing where you click on, a list view has items on which you can click. So I will look for set on item click listener right here, item. The most important thing here is the item. So I just start typing this on item click listener, new on item click listener is shown here. So I'll just click on that, and it brings the rest of the code. The most important thing here is the position, because it tells us which position we have clicked. Is it the 0th where we have deposit? Is it withdraw, which is on 1? So such, and all the way to the end. So let's display this particular position. So I use toast. We are familiar with toast by now. Make text. Again, we need to provide context. For context, we can either use this, or we can use get application context. We've done that before. So now the next thing is the message. For now, I'll just display the position. Where did I get position from? It was received through this. And then lastly, I will specify the duration. Toast dot short. Then I will call the method called show, so that we can show this toast. Let's see whether we have a problem. Yes. This we need to put this, because this is a string that we are attempting to join with an integer. What am I missing? Cannot resolve. Cannot resolve what? I'll attempt to run this so that I know whether there is any error. Okay, the problem is the context. So I will use get application context. I'll be explaining in class when to use which one. So now I will run this. It's applying the changes. Okay, so let's click on this. It shows 0. When you click on this, it shows 1. And you can continue all the way to the end. So supposing we are using a switch statement here, switch, the one you used in Java, we'll be able to perform M-Pesa operations. When 0 is clicked, do this and this. For now, instead of displaying just the position, we can display the operation. So look at what I will do to show the operation. The name of my menus is menus. So I write menus because this is an array. You know, in an array, if you mention the name of the array and the index or the position, then it can display the item. So when you select menus 0, then you are referring to deposit. We expect it to be displayed down there. So let's refresh that. Let's click on deposit, and you can now see deposit shown there. Withdraw, you can see that, check balance, and we can see also exit. So this is how we can use a simple list view in our projects or in Android. And I'd like you to work on this during this class. Prepare this list view following the steps that I have shown. This will be marked together with the work that I had previously given in class. So in our next class, I'll be looking at your login screen, registration screen, and also this list view. You can vary the data on the list view as much as you want, but the concept is what is important. Thank you.